Britney Spears drops out of the sky.
The percentage of people living without health insurance declined last year.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
New Jersey's effort to legalize sports gambling is dealt another blow by a federal appeals court. The state's betting law conflicts with federal law and should not be implemented.
The only cure for gambling fever is a little bit of gambling.
Wednesday's upon us.
Yeah, you're in good company.
How am I supposed to know how you want to conduct the program when you've already said we're nearly out of time?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. If you're a Harry Potter fan looking for the ultimate collector's item, this has to be in the conversation. It's the house Harry grew up in, and it can be yours for a mere $620,000. This would be the house at number 4 Privet Drive in the fictional town of Little Winging. Before he knew he was a wizard, Harry lived there with the rotten Dursleys, his uncle Vernon, Aunt Petunia, and cousin Dudley. The house is actually in Bracknell in Berkshire and has 3 bedrooms, and it's a lot more modern inside than they made it look in the movies. George R.R. Martin is celebrating a birthday. Maybe it's about time he took off that stupid hat. Anyway, he sure is taking his sweet time in releasing his new book, The Winds of Winter. Despite a published January release date on the French version of Amazon.com, Martin's publisher says there is no date. None. Martin says that deadlines just stress me out. It will be done when it's done, and it will be as good as I can possibly make it. Speaking of George fans, look at people around you. Like right now, just take a look around. Many of those people are suffering in silence, and they may not even know it. Yes, there are people alive in the world today who have actually never seen an episode of Game of Thrones.
Wherever you are right now, stop and look at the people around you. It's possible that one or more of them are afflicted with a hopeless and heartbreaking disease. That's right. Someone close to you has never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones. They believe the Starks are Iron Man and his family. They're fairly certain that Westeros is a brand of waffle iron. And they even think that a red wedding is just a questionable fashion choice. But there is hope. Introducing the Game of Thrones Challenged Humanitarian Alliance, or Gotcha. This group is dedicated to completely wiping this devastating condition off the face of the earth. Won't you help? Send your Blu-ray or DVD seasons of Game of Thrones to this station today. We'll take them to the nearest used DVD store and use the $4 profits to buy beer. Reach out to those less fortunate who have never seen someone get sexually assaulted while wearing a hollowed-out pig's head and being fed their own intestines on cable TV.
Corey Feldman is still upset that people are mocking his performance on the Today Show, which is odd because you'd think if anyone would be used to getting mocked, it's Corey Feldman. New study reveals dogs understand human speech far more than we thought. In tests of word comprehension, dogs scored somewhere between Kim Kardashian and Kourtney Kardashian. The NCAA pulled events from North Carolina over the state's bathroom bill. Their message is pretty simple. If you don't want to see balls in the women's room, you're not going to see them on the court either. Police in Tulsa, Oklahoma shot an unarmed African-American man. At this point, the NFL might as well not even bother telling anyone to rise for the national anthem. Do you realize the other day Clemson beat South Carolina State 59-0? Yeah, not looking good for Clemson's next opponent, the Eastern Tech Veterinary School. An ultra runner has set a new record for completing the Appalachian Trail in less than 46 days. The guy went through 20 pairs of shoes, and you don't even want to know how many diapers. Rescuers on the beach in Rhode Island were racing against time to save a man with his head stuck between 2 rocks. The tide was rolling in, and so apparently were tourists with cameras. Authorities in Dallas say around 9,000 dangerous stray dogs are roaming the streets, and most of them are armed. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. Some users of the new iPhone 7 say it makes a strange hissing sound. Apple is looking into the problem, but in the meantime, customers can order their $150 hissing noise cancellation headphones. Hey, Apple, nobody gives a f***. A new poll shows that Donald Trump is now leading in Nevada, which actually kind of makes sense since 50% of Nevada voters are also failed casino owners. Hey, Nevada, nobody gives a Still with the Donald, he's finally admitted President Obama was born in the United States. Oh well, that changes everything. I'm totally voting for Trump now, said 0 black people. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo and his celebrity panel of guests featuring the legendary Phil Esposito. Live Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on NSS.